Hey, thanks for joining Uncle Mike for this edition of Dow Directions, a technical analysis of the Dow. Well, you can see it's like a little waterfall, moving averages, moving down. You can see we had an indecision day today, so we'll see what the market thinks tomorrow. We could be in for testing the lows. We may not be done heading down. Let's take a look. The T8 above our head is at 79.41. We have the 20-day moving average at 8,012 and the 50-day moving average at 83.21. This is where we're going to want to see closes above the 50 to give us some indication that a short-term bottom has been put in. And many people are going to be looking at this 200-day moving average, 10,045, for closes above before they decide to get in and trade or invest for the longer term. So we have a ways to go. If you extend this out, going sideways, up and down a little bit, this line will meet about, well, I'm going to say late summer is when the average would continue heading down and just moving sideways in this type of a range where we'd meet up and cross. So that's what we have to look forward to. Not very good news. And if it jumps up quickly, then it'll be overbought and would expect a retracement down if in fact it did that. Let's look at the longer term trend line analysis. The most recently confirmed downtrend for the Dow has an ending point at 86.97. So look at that for some resistance above our head, 86.97. Before that, down 9,000 point. And for a shorter term time frame, the most recently confirmed downtrend has an ending point at 81.13. So again, right in the middle, basically, of this candle, like a 50% retracement, and some resistance right here. It's kind of falling in line right in that area. Expect some sort of resistance. Let's check our Chande chart checkup. Bias is downward. Short-term prices are moving and trending. The projected upper bound is 8,037 and a projected lower bound is 7,031. So we have basically 500 points in either direction. Let's look at our Rex Takasuchi profile for the day. Dow was down very little and volume was about average, and the Bollinger Bands now are 46% narrower than normal. The technical outlook based on this analysis is in the short term oversold, but intermediate term and long term are bearish. And the Dow is currently 26.3 below, 3% below its 200-day moving average and still in a downward trend. The volatility is relatively normal compared to the average volatility over the last 10 periods. The volume indicators reflect that the outgoing and inflowing volume in the Dow is relatively equal, at an equal pace at this point, and that is noting a neutral position. The trend forecasting oscillators are currently bearish and have had this outlook for 22 periods. So that's a look at the Dow for February 18th. Hold on to your hat. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Hopefully we don't dive down any further and see if we can get some sort of bounce back up into this range that we were in. If not, this may be a new leg down for a lower range. Thanks for joining Uncle Mike from Teach Talk Trade. Hope you have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you tomorrow.